helps if I press the right switch. All right, let's show us your tips. Daggy and Beaver here with you for Caulfield Guineas Day. And, of course, the winds come up right when I hit record, but we'll be right. Beaver, how are you?
Yes, the wind has come up, draining out the wind that comes out of your mouth, mate. But nonetheless,
It's been filling the sails.
Yes, some of it has been good wind of late. And again, last week, Daggy was on fire, as was the Beaver. Plenty of good results.
Yeah, very good to get out to Sir Delius. Got to a great price.
Most notably, Sir Delius, which you've stole my thunder there. $6.50. We were both on it, and won like a good horse.
And hopefully everyone had something on Sir, was it De Bergerac in the first? Got out to about 20s as well, so that was a very nice way to kickstart a fun afternoon. I might do one of those wanky promotional videos this week just for my own.
Pump your tyres up?
Yeah, I was going to think of a fancy word. But yeah, we'll do that. Anyway, we've got to keep going. We've got to get into spring, and we've got to get started on Caulfield Guineas Day, which is obviously being held at Caulfield, a cracking day's racing in Melbourne, 3 Group 1s. We've got a rich Group 2 in Sydney to look at. What have you made of these two cards?
Yeah, bit of a mixed bag, I thought. Some really good, interesting races, and then probably some things that I thought were a bit mediocre and hard to line up. But yeah, we'll see how we go. There's winners there, so let's hope we can find them.
Rail True at Caulfield. I think we get a fast track because there's supposed to be some rain coming tomorrow and later in the afternoon, which has me a little bit scared. It can fall apart if it rains on race day there, but I'm thinking they've kept the sprinklers away and we might get a on-pace-ish fast track. We kick off with a 700-metre benchmark 80, and do you want to open the batting?
I would have preferred not to with this race, but I'm going to. Interesting, not a race that I'll probably bet in, to be brutally honest with you. But interested, giving the punters something to follow. I'm going to settle on number 10, Overactive, in the first. Been consistent this time in. Made some good ground last start and had been a bit wide, and does get some weight relief here. Steps up to the 1700. So progressing up in the distances, I think will suit. And from the nice draw, I think it can run well with the main danger, Alduca.
Yeah, Alduca, I think he can do well by backing the first leader at Caulfield most Saturdays, and that's where it's going to be. Even the run last time when it ran fourth was quite a good run. It'll take up the running here. The only concern is Quee being a bit of a pest outside it. But if it gets control, I think $9 is a great price. So it'll be my starting point in this race. I thought Nation's Call got shinned there first up. It's gone back and trialled really well since. I think it and Just a Deal suck over from the outside there and can find some decent spots. I'll make those the main dangers to kick us off. It was against Mr. Verse given the map and the fact it doesn't like showing any pace at all early in its races. The second is a, what have we got here, the 3-year-old race here, 1,200 metres, an interesting one, where again I've got map concerns about a horse that's going to go back, but it might not matter here because I think Point Barrow is a real good horse. Going late at the Valley and some clear air. Any intent to be further forward is only a good thing. I'm going to put it on top. I think we see a talented one step out. And I was really interested in seeing She's a Alibi come down from Queensland and debut for the Moody Yard. It does have a second to Autumn Boy on its resume. And Will Box from Gate 2 will get a lovely run. I think it's a very interesting horse on the card. Next best, Barari. What are you doing here?
Yeah, I'm going Point Barrow. It's a horse that I've got a very high opinion of. It was out the back at Moonee Valley and absolutely flew. Wouldn't have needed too much further. I think the 1,200 here is okay. Gate 11 comes into 10 already with one scratching. It'll go back, but I don't know. It'll have to go back to last in this field. I just think it's got a little bit on this field, and I'm keen it can run well.
Beauty. The tongue tie goes on Vivid Sun, who did start favourite in the lead up. The only other thing I'll mention there maybe had some issues. Group 2, Herbert Powell Stakes is up next for the stayers. Are you sick of all of these, Beaver?
I am absolutely sick of all these, and I've got no idea what to do in this, to be brutally honest. Again, I did back Plymouth last start and got the chockies, but I think this is... It was a so-so win. It had all the favours and had the right run and still held on and only just won. So I was a bit concerned that the $3.40 may be a little bit skinny in that sense. in the interest of having a pick, I'm just going to go out there a little bit and go number 8, Braden Star.
Beauty. I was glad to see. I've been spruiking Whiskey on the Hill since it came back, and I was glad to see it won without me the other day. Anyway, I've got Sir Werther, Young Werther on top. 7-day backup from chasing Sir Delius last time out in a crap race. Can do worse than back it. I think it'll go forward here. I like the fact that it's shown some pace. This prep, don't like the race at all. Whiskey on the Hill next best out of frustration. The 4th is the Group 3 Vars for the 4-year-old nutmares.
Just before you go on, have you done something to the sound?
I have. What's happening? Is it you getting echo?
No, it was just kind of changed pitch a little bit.
Oh, yeah, I just had to re-plug it. Can you hear me?
Perfect. Yeah, it's good.
Oh, it's good audio. Great. Good TV for everyone. I'll cut this part out. Might leave it in. The Vars is up next, Group 3 for the 4-year-old nutmares. And I started hating this race, and then by the end of it, I really liked it because when I found Molly Bloom as the best run in the lead-up, I just decided to get rid of the whole stock stakes, penned a lot of them, and I was left with one horse. It was See What I See. It's going to lead, come a mare off a win, and you're getting $7. I thought it was a great bet because I got to throw all the rest of them in the bin. Very simple and clean for me. What are you doing?
Yeah, again, a bit confused on the race. Funny you come up that way. I've gone for the favourite, Oh2 Good, because I just think I think on its day it's just a better horse than these. And for that reason I had it on top, but I certainly did have See What I See as the main danger. Third up here, bounced back nicely last start, which was pleasing to see. Just thinking Oh2 Good might get the right run here and be hardest to beat.
Yeah, that's fair enough. It was a scary horse, but I just thought it was tainted by that shit heap race. The 5th is the Weekend Hustler, 1,400 metres. King Zephyr's $1.70. I don't think it's quite a $1.70 chance, but are they going to beat it?
I don't see it getting beaten. Again, first up was pretty good. Just got beaten by the sit and sprint. But then last start was way too good. I think it posies up perfectly here. And clear on top for me. I think you'll be getting the truckies here.
Yeah, on top, it still has to beat Zoo Sensation, who's going right, and meets quite a good horse in Benadryl, who have bigger fish to fry, I suggest. But I think this just sets up nicely for it here. I'd probably want close to even money, but it'll win. The first of the Group 1s is the Might and Power Stakes. 2,000 metre weight for age, light infantry man has gone to Sydney. What are you doing here, Beaver?
Oh, look, it's probably hard to go past Treasure at the moment, to be brutally honest. Won quite easily first up. Had to chase in a slowly run race last start, but stuck to its guns quite well behind Pride of Jenny. We know how good Pride of Jenny is on its day, and horses that are chasing Pride of Jenny are generally not the ones that, if they do beat her, the ones that win. And Treasure at the moment had to do that. It's a 4-horse field. I just get the feeling Globe will probably track along in the lead. Treasure at the moment will sit behind it, and it'll have too much sit and sprint for the rest of them. He's a shocker I can't get into, and Buckaroo, I just don't know that there's going to be enough pace on to suit it.
Treasure Moment's on top. Weird things happen in these races because they'll absolutely walk for the most part. If they don't, it sets up Treasure Moment. If they do, look, Treasure Moment can probably lead this race if it wants. But I think you're right, Globe does. And I think Buckaroo is in the game, so I won't be betting. I'm just putting Treasure Moment on top because I think a slow speed and
I just look at the race before where's King Zephyr, which I think is a fairly good thing, is $1.70. I look at Treasure at the moment, $1.70, and I'm like,
which one do you prefer?
At $1.70 is a much better bet.
Against Buckaroo?
Yeah, against Buckaroo. Because it's only got one day. It's only got one danger. There's
that's fair. Because I don't think King Zephyr's a better $1.70 either, so it's interesting.
Yeah. But if you're comparing them, I'd much prefer to back Treasure at the moment.
Yeah.
In that field, 4 horses, of which one you just probably put a line through in Globe. I just don't think it's probably genuine enough to beat the other two.
No, it's not as good.
It's sort of a 2-horse race.
Yeah.
I thought $1.70 Treasure at the moment to beat Buckaroo when in these circumstances under these conditions.
100%.
Anyway.
No, that's good. Yeah, I just hope they don't. Damien Lane, I don't think he'll stuff it up. I think he's unbeaten on the horse too. think if they do walk, he'll take off early. Very interesting. I think it'll be an interesting race. We saw Probable, roll Zaki at $1.20 a few years back in this race. Bless her cotton socks. So looking forward to seeing it. The next of the features is the Toorak Handicap. It's over a mile. And this is a very interesting race here, where I am going to go for the Kiwi, Like a Lucy, out to the mile. It was a fantastic Australian debut. Damien Lane jumps on. I like that Waller doesn't mess around. He goes and finds the top jocks. And it's going to be right in the game here. I was actually looking for Willie Do It, who should have turned up, but it's gone to Sydney where it can't win. I like this, had a trial since, ready to go Like a Lucy. I think Evaporate's bulletproof at the mile. Will be rock solid, and I think that was a flat run from Lazura, but I have concerns over it, and Sepal's actually getting through the mile, which is why I didn't have them higher up. For me, Like a Lucy, the Kiwi from Evaporate. What are you doing, Beaver?
Yeah, great little race, this one. Lots of eyes on probably the top 5 in this race. I've gone for Evaporate. It's a horse that I followed and I do like, and I think at the $6 presents nicely here. Gate 6 can posse up where it wants to. I've got the Main Dangerous Transatlantic. It did have the harder run last time and kept chasing. And
Best Ride won that race, watching it back.
Yeah, Best Ride, absolutely. I wouldn't be surprised if it turned the tables, and that's why I'll save on it. They're the two, as you said, probably at the price, and given the tried and tested form in these types of grades.
And we've got the feature, the Caulfield Guineas over the mile, again at Group 1 level for the 3-year-olds. A very interesting race here. Which way have you split them up?
Look, this is a very interesting race here, and trying to line these up. Quite confusing given some of the runs of some of these horses in the last run. A few of them coming down from Sydney. I'm going to go Autumn Boy. I'm going to forgive this last run. The other runs were very good. I thought it was okay against BWAC and Woderton. Like, that was a little bit of I just thought the track just didn't suit. The pattern there wasn't great, and it was second up, which can sometimes sort of be a bit flat. I think it'll be improved here. It's been set for this. I think it can run really well. I'm keen to see Vinrock. That was an odd run. It was very good last start, and then sat back and went back to last start. I'm just not sure from gate 14 where it will go, if they'll take it forward. Like when it won first, like 2 starts back, they took it forward and it was just too good. And for some reason at Moonee Valley took it back. That didn't make a lot of sense to me, which not sure what the instructions were there. So I wouldn't let it get under your guard.
I've got Vinrock on top. I think it missed a step, and they copped their medicine there. Steward's report said they wanted to go forward, and I think they'll go forward here. If they do, it did push, and he pulled up lame as well. And if you watch that race, he got chopped out. There's about 3 or 4 forgives there, and I think $8 Vinrock on a horse that I think will go forward. I like it. It's on top. I got some concerns over these Sydney horses coming to a mile off a very fast 1,400 metres and then settling. So I took them on. I had Navy Pilot, who's done nothing wrong this prep, as the main danger to Vinrock. They're the 2 I'll play. Even a horse like Observer, I had several looks at a price for your trifectas and maybe a quaddie. But I think Vinrock's in the game here, and I'm going to back it. The 9th is the Scalacci Stakes, 1,100 metres. What are we doing here? It is a weight for age Group 2. Tropicus has made a believer out of me. I really like that win. I like the form that's come out of it. I like the fact it's probably going to lead this race unless Golden Boom really carries on. And if it does, it's going to be very hard to run down around Caulfield. On top, easy to like. Damien Lane, I think we've just tipped for 4 straight, so good on him. Arabian Summer, main danger. Ripatico trial off a good run first up. And if you like Neons, forgive it from the Valley run there. It'll run well here. What are you doing, Beaver?
Yeah, I've forgiven Neons. I'm glad you said that. I thought that was okay run at the Valley. Gate 1 here, just might need some clear air at the right time here, but wasn't far off him at the Valley. It was a good run. Prior to that, Caulfield won here before. A couple of times, the 2 wins before in fairly good company. I think he can run well here and one of the hardest to beat. Keen to see how Giga Kick returns. I think it can run well if it's forward enough. And I think you're right, Arabian Summer is one to keep an eye on.
The last is the Group 3 1200 metre Northwood Plume Stakes. And I'm very annoyed because Fancify's come out and I didn't have a second number. So I'll let you go first and I'll make something up.
Again, an interesting affair, but I've stuck with Amina here. I think it gets the right race here. It's now third up, so it should be at cherry ripe at its peak fitness. First two runs in have been pretty good in pretty good quality races where it's sort of been a bit wider in the market, fifth behind Manal and then fifth behind Charmstone at Moonee Valley last start. I think this gets the perfect setup here, like the combination Zara Friedman, and I think it can get us home in the last.
Yeah, whatever he said. I don't know. All I know is She's Bulletproof would be a really good horse in a decent stable, but I'll leave that there. Quaddie on Caulfield Guineas Day.
Yeah, let's get stuck into the quaddie, which is a little bit of a tricky one here, but let's see how we go. I'm going to go number 3, 6, 7, and 9 in the first leg. In the second leg, I'm going to go number 2, 3, 5, and 9. In the fourth leg, I'm going to go number 1, 6, 8, and 9. And to finish the day, I'm going to go number 1, 3, 6, 8, and 12.
Beauty. What's your best in value on Caulfield Guineas Day?
My best in value on Caulfield Guineas Day is, best bet is race 2, number 5, Point Barrow. And my value bet is race 7, number 3, Evaporate.
You know what? Let's see what I see my best race for number 6 at $7. There you go. Spring racing. Let's live a little. And Vinrock, my best value, race 8, number 3. Because if Fancify's in Melbourne, in Adelaide, I haven't looked, it'll win wherever it goes next. What are we doing here? We've got to go to Sydney, don't we? We've got to go to Rosehill, where hopefully this wind pisses off tomorrow. It's supposed to. And we get a dry track again. Rail goes out too. Let's see if we can make ground there. We kick off with the highway 1500 metre class 3 as I refresh my screen. I didn't spend a lot of time on this race, but I may as well open the batting. I thought I might play the two Northern horses that I liked a couple of weeks back again. Upwardly Mobile, Gate Against, was flying up the inside there. Nearly should have won that race. With even luck, we'll find out how well we can make ground because I think it will be steaming home. And Fan Harder had to sit outside, had to sit 2 or 3 wide last time out. I think it leads this race. If Adolphus doesn't with blinkers on, it's $8. It's top pick for me. What are you doing, Beaver?
Yeah, look, pretty tricky race to start the day here. I've got number 13, Fan Harder. Won first up, then had to do a bit of hard work. Second up here, probably just told at the end. I think from gate 2 here probably gets the right draw, and I think it can, third up here can run a nice little race.
Yeah, beauty. I agree. Midway is up next, 1400 metres. It's benchmark 72. What are we doing?
Yeah, look, stuck with Medela here again. Fits the bill here for me. Third up. Both runs have been pretty good, probably in better company races than this. Was behind Manal last start. That wasn't a bad run, wasn't too far off it. And when resuming was a nice little run as well. This looks like a suitable race here, and I expect it to run really well and be hardest to beat.
Just noticed there's been quite a bit of money for it, but
yes,
they've poured in with the scratching coming out. Yeah, map concerns me. I have a job to do, but best horse, best lead up. I would argue it's just the bet in the race is V12 each way. That was a great last effort, and we lose old Molly Burke, and we get Mitch Stapleford on. I think that's an upgrade. It's $8. It's probably going to lead this. I'll tag Harry's Bar. Those two will take up the running. I might cover both of them because I'd almost argue Meridiana might be a better horse than Medela long term, and we saw it match it last time out. So they're the two I'll look at for the sake of, if you want me to line them up, yes, Medela's on top, but I won't be backing it, just to confuse the punters. The third is a 2,000 metre benchmark 88. One I will be backing is God's Window in this race. It's gone warm-up run with S. Grimer. Now we get T-Berry, third up, 2,000 metres. It'll run well here. It's 550. Just get on. Only possible dangers unlimited. See if we can save on it. Going really well. The Gilded Waterform obviously is good. I don't think there's a third number. What are you doing?
I'm going to go to the third number for you. I'm going to chuck in number 9, Ajita again. One finally broke through last start. Gets the gate one here and carrying 50 kilos. So it's got nothing on its back. I'm just going to spec that it can run well again. Its form has been quite consistent out to the 2,000. Gets the lightweight and the gun draw.
Okay. The fourth is the Group 2 Roman Consul Stakes. Easy to like here, Mahroona, isn't it? $1.95 at the moment. Gets the right run. To me, the only danger was Grand Eagle, maybe third up. Problem is it's going to be back. I couldn't find too much else here. Interesting to see how this Napoleonic stacks up because there's a bit of form in the next race too. Anything to add?
Nothing to add from me. That's certainly the way I'll be going as well. Very hard to beat.
The fifth is a $500,000, 1,400 metre listed race, the Tap Craig. Good luck to Ian and his family in Farnacle. He's come up favourite there. What are we doing here, though?
I think he only needs a little bit of luck, Farnacle, to win and be getting the chockies there. First up was just too short in the heritage there. Was long odds behind Mahroona, only finished 1.2 lengths behind those horses. Was doing its best work late. Probably a horse that's more looking for this sort of distance, the 1,400 to a mile. This is perfect here. I think we'll be getting the chockies here. Yeah,
surprisingly good first up run, wasn't it? I thought 400 metres perfect going up. That said, I'm going to tick Extremo on top. Even though it sucked through to beat to win the Caulfield Guineas lead up, I'm interested in the fact they've lowered their sights here and tried to pick up a listed race along the way. So I'm going to put it on top, Jay Collett. This is a long tail. There's only two hopes. Farnacle's the other one. Farnacle's the other one. Free early quaddie. I'll leave it at that. The third of the 3-year-old races is a Group 3. The Gloaming Stakes here. Might be a good day for the Waterhouse Yard, who probably need one apart from their top horse in Melbourne. Shangri-La Boy, jump lead win. This is effectively a benchmark 70, not benchmark 64. I think it jumps straight across. I think Champagne Hero, the stablemate, runs shotgun with it. I think one of them, I think they'll fight at the finish. Little bits and pieces, I can't declare them. Flying Orchid will run well, quick backup after following two horses would piss this in, Attica and the other horse I tipped. Doesn't matter. And Master of the Air it has got some upside, so they're the main numbers, but I think Gabe might control it. What are you doing, Beaver?
Yeah, I think the same. Pretty keen on Shangri-La Boy to do the same. I think it can jump and run here. Showed vast improvement. Second up, I think you'll see a bit more improvement here. Third up, probably holds the key with the two main runners in the market. Here's a long tail to this race. I've got Shangri-La Boy to continue to step up into this company and run really well.
The quaddie kicks off with the Nivison, another Group 3 race here, an odd little sprint race. What have you found?
It is, look, I'm going to stick with Gangsta Granny, just based on the quality here. It's been, first up was an amazing run by Autumn Glow. We know how good it is, and it only pipped it by half a length, albeit hard held, and then was only a couple of lengths chasing Manala last start. That was also a good run and probably wasn't actually overly suited by the run there. I think it can probably take up a better position here. And again, this is not a race that I'm overly excited in with regards to anything outside of it.
In flight on top from me. I think there's two hopes that I want to back. In flight and the one down the bottom, the one that Monty Supreme. I think it finds the right race to come to listed level. I can't back Team Hawks. They're dead set gone. So I won't be. In flight and Monty Supreme, I'll cover them both. I'd rather back Dark Glitter at 30s than Gringster Granny. I'll leave it there. No knocking you there, Beaver. I like you. The 8th is the Hill Stakes, 1,900 metre weight for age. An odd race here in a way, but by the time I went through it, I thought it was very easy to back Nash in a $2 million race. He's going to lead. He is coming off the best form in the land, just getting nabbed by, it was a Via last start. It was one of them, Fangirl. Complete control, and it is Lindemann, so I'm not going to declare it best of the day, but this sets up really well with no chasers. The horse that I thought was of most interest was Attrition. As you mentioned earlier, it's coming off chasing Pride of Jenny, and that can bring horses on. The last few years, we've seen horses come off chasing her and just springboard. I'm going to make it the main danger coming up from down south. What have you done?
Yeah, a bit nervous about this race. I can't back Lindemann. You make very good points, and
No,
you're
that's
probably
right.
right.
You
Might
don't
just
have to be nice.
Jump, lead, and it's never run over the 1900s, so never won over the 1900s. So stepping out to this distance for the first time. So that's an interesting stat in itself. I'm going to go for Kovalika. I think this race might set up okay for it. There'll be a little bit of pace on. Hopefully, it was pretty good in this race last year. So it's kind of a race that they do set it for, and it does run well. I think it finished off quite nicely over the 1600 against Fangirl and Lindemann here last start. Was good, winning its the start before it went out for a spell here. I think it can run well. I'm keen on around the $6 mark, and I'm expecting an improvement from Elamaz to run better this time. It was disappointing first up, but I'm going to give it another chance.
I was actually going to ask you about that because it was very hard to tell if it was no good or just gassed out. There was an odd run, Elamaz. It should have been a bit better than that, but I was interested in your thoughts. Kingswood, any thoughts on it as well?
I think it can run well. I just want to see it in this type of company.
Yeah. We've got this $1.5 million Allen Brown Stakes up next. I guess it's the race that killed the Epsom, because this is what the Epsom should have been. We've somehow got this cracker race here. Who's going to win it, though?
Wow, it is a bit of an interesting race. But probably, it is a lot of second-tier type horses. Look, I'm going to go for Miss Rombini. I know it's favourite, but it's still reasonable value here. It is third up. And the first two runs have been outstanding. Ran a nice second last start, taking ground off Sea Pulse, who had the cozier run. That was outstanding. Got back and finished off powerfully there. So the 1400 suits, and the previous run was good. First up, outstanding form when last in work. I think this is a type of race that can run well. Gringotts is a horse that I do like, but it's got a carry 61. It has got gate 1. So interesting where it posies up. Again, not without a chance, but I want to see it go round. Two horses that I thought presented good value was one, Waterford, bounced back to form last start, and third up here. Gate 2 is perfect. I think it can run well. And Headley Grange is a horse that I do follow. Gate 22 doesn't help. It is off the paddock. Does come in a couple already. I think it can run well. But there's a number of other horses that could run good races. Firestorm, Diamond Lil, all going quite good. Even Tabby Time.
I've gone with Gringotts. I like the trial since. I like the fact there's a few lengths off, as I've said, the best horses in the land last time out, and that they've kept. The only concern is they've kept it for a while. They've skipped a few races lately, and I don't know if something's up. But Nash jumps on. I don't think the weight's going to be the issue from Gate 1. Got the best Gate 1 jockey, bar maybe Jay Collette in the country on top. So I'll go with it. You named the chances. The only one that I mentioned, General Salute's going really well. Might get a good run from Gate 13. Gate 22 for Headley Grange would have interested me much more at Randwick than it does at Rosehill. Gringotts from General Salute for me. That all being said, I did go looking for Willie Do It, and the horse should have gone to Melbourne. The 10th and last is a benchmark 78 over the 1100 metres, and I'm tipping a horse off nearly a year up in Amazing Eagle. I thought the 3 trials for this have been great. A long spell, but there's a few, shall we call, money munchers in this race. And it's not one of them yet. So lightly raced, can lead, probably will lead the last. So it's on top. From Roslyn Star, I understand why it's favourite. Yankee 1 goes in a quaddie. What are you doing, Beaver?
Yeah, I'm going to go one of the money munchers I think you're talking about. That's Polyglot. I'm going to give it one more chance here. This is a pretty weak field here, and it gets its chance in this race. I thought the favourite was a little bit too skinny at 6-4.
I agree with that.
Has,
Yeah, it was very short.
Yeah, I just thought that was a bit tight in the market there. So I'm going Polyglot, get its chance to win here, and probably on its last chance.
The quaddie from Rosehill, first leg, will go 1, Infancy, 2, Pounce, because I didn't know what the hell to do with it, 3, In Flight, 7, Dark Glitter, and 14, I suppose throw Gangsta Gunny in 6, and 14, Monty Supreme. 8, what are we doing? Race 8. 2, Lindemann, 6, Attrition, 9, Elamaz. Next leg, 1, Gringotts, 3, Waterford, 10... Now, I'll leave Willie do it out. Throw Headley Grange in instead, but it'll need a miracle. 12, Rumbini, 3, General Salute, 14, Firestorm. And last leg, 1, Amazing Eagle, 3, Roslyn Star, 5, Yankee 1, and 7, Polyglot. $100 gets you about a quarter, just slightly under of that. My best, Tricky Day and Unboring, race 4, number 1, Mahroona. I also quite liked God's Window and Estremo. Value race 9, number 1, Gringotts. What are you doing, Beaver?
Yeah, my best bet comes up in race 7, number 6, Gangsta Granny. And my value bet comes up in the first, number 13, Fan Harder.
Much happening in Queensland?
No, it's at the sunny coast, so not a lot of happening. I've only got 2 picks for you. One that you'll get the money early with race 4, number 4, Vindicta, and then you can back up in the next race in race 5, number 6, Bundella. But not an entertaining card, to be honest, at Sunshine Coast. Save your money for the better tracks.
Race 4, number 1, Murray Bridge, Fancify is a moral. Just back it.
Moral?
Moral.
What price are we getting that?
$1.80. So I've really got an limb there.
Okay. That's all right.
Where else was I going?
That,
and race, while we're there, race 8, number 5, What a Deal. Will run well again. Thank you, Beaver.
Beautiful.
Good punning, guys. Good luck this weekend. Enjoy another cracking card, and we'll do it all again next week. Take care.